Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and I've got the absolute best news I have ever been able to tell you guys since I started my channel. Alex Bertoncini, or however you say that ridiculously spelled last name, has been permanently banned for life from playing Magic. Take a guess why. So if you're wondering why the name Alex Bertoncini sounds awfully familiar, it's because he's a huge public figure in the Magic community, huge longtime pro player, and it's not just, oh, he's famous for being a pro player. I mean, his name and face are plastered everywhere, every website. He is a very high-profile Magic celebrity. It's because he has a reputation for continuously and repeatedly cheating. Not just a reputation, I mean, he has been caught multiple times cheating, so it's very justified. So Alex was known to be a long-time cheater. Everybody knew he was shady as hell, and he finally got caught. I don't even remember what he did the first time. The second time, his suspension had been lifted for weeks, with an S, maybe? He shows up to an RPTQ, and boom, he gets disqualified for using marked cards. Oh, and also consulting outside information during the match. I believe that's what led to his second ban. I don't know. He did something with Explorer, I thought, where he draws too many cards. It's hard to separate what he did and then actually resulted in a ban and him getting caught cheating and just getting like a game loss. So anyway, third time's the charm. Allegedly because Mark Rosewater wanted him back. That's the rumor. Thanks, Mark. So he came back and everybody at the first tournament he was at just gave him so much crap. You know, I heard stories. He was like, oh, I'm being harassed. Yeah, you are, because you're a terrible person. So he was unbanned, what, a month or two ago? Maybe weeks ago would have been a proper way to phrase it once again. And, well, allegedly he got caught cheating again. All we know is that his name showed up on the ban list when they updated it. But there are reports online coming in that say that he was caught cheating at a gaming store in Los Angeles called Collector Legion. And I'm not sure what nature of event this was. Honestly, it could have been F&M. It actually could have. It's all the same DCI system. He attempted to use Ancient Stirrings to fetch a Hardened Scales, which you may have noticed is not a colorless card. And he was versing a woman playing Tron. I had to add the whole playing Tron thing in case you just suddenly, had some respect for his opponent. Literally everybody's reaction was against a woman, and they're like, how dare he? We need more women in Magic. That's super disrespectful. Playing Tron. And throw her under the bus too. Why isn't Tron dead yet? So she told him that's not a legal target, and he goes, oh, oops, and then he fixed it himself. But after the match, she reported it to the judge, and he was DQ'd with an investigation pending, because this is Alex we're talking about. Then he, after the fact, lied about what happened and lied to the judge, which is, tampering with evidence, basically, and that'll tack on a whole extra 6 months minimum to anything you just did, basically, well, at least at like a Pro Tour or Grand Prix. Like that Canadian player that staged a photo of his deck list that was provably not correct. You lie to the judges, you falsify evidence, you are going to get hit hard. He did not get hit hard enough, though, in my opinion. And speaking of that, Alex should never, ever have been allowed back into the game. Everybody hated him because he's been caught cheating twice. You don't get a third chance, and now he was cheating again. It's that simple. So it's unknown if that was actually what happened to him. This is just hearsay on the internet. Wizards is not making a statement about it because then they'd have to admit that they were wrong letting him back. They should be thoroughly embarrassed. Mark Rosewater should be fired, obviously. Word is he was the one who wanted him back. So besides really bad coverage, not being able to read the cards, the announcers not knowing what they're talking about, and every format other than Standard being dead-ass boring, the seventh-ish reason that people don't watch pro-level Magic is because a ton of the people who top 8 or even top 32 got there by cheating, or bare minimum manipulating their opponent, using judge calls to intimidate them, side shooting, angle shooting, whatever the hell it's called. Just basically playing dirty to manipulate it and give themselves a couple little percent edge, and then you add it all up, and ta-da, of course they're going to win over and over and over. And Wizards of the Coast is nice enough to help them out by giving them up to 3 automatic wins, also known as buys, so that they only have to win, 70% as much as their opponents? 80% maybe? It just eliminates their ability to get knocked out by a rogue deck, which is ridiculous. So hopefully Wizards just puts his head on a spike and says it was a mistake. We made a mistake. No cheating is tolerated. We have a zero tolerance policy. Just parade it around, not like, oh yeah, this is the norm. Yeah, we let cheaters back in the game. Yeah, we don't care if they get caught 3 times. It doesn't matter. Yeah, everybody's cheating, whatever. Just don't respect our game. No, they need to go the opposite and say, we are going to catch every single last cheater and make them pay. Literally, we are going to sue them for the prize money. They're going to sign something in a contract that says if you win and are found to be cheating later, you owe the prize money back, period. In fact, back paid up to 5 years. And you know how we reimbursed your travel expenses and your plane ticket and your hotel to come to the tournament if you're like a silver level pro? You owe us that money too. How many people do you think would be cheating then if that was the new policy? All they have to do is implement it. They just don't, they're so stupid at Wizards. They do not understand that shining a light on it will not be negative press. Everybody knows there's nonstop rampant cheating. This is not news. So you not mentioning it and just brushing it under the rug as much as possible, that doesn't make the problem go away. You can't just say, oh, well, 90% of viewers aren't aware. So, oh, okay, somebody's cheating once in a while, but the more we minimize it and the less we mention it, the more people will respect it. No, witch hunt these people, tell them absolute zero tolerance and just get a chilling effect every time you catch somebody, just lifetime ban instantly for anything. Then instead of just, wow, Magic must have a problem with cheating, no, you'd be really reinforcing the whole Magic doesn't have a problem with cheating thing. If you look like you're super hard cracking down on cheaters and like the integrity of the tournaments is actually important, people will respect that and they'll believe that narrative as long as you actually follow through on it. In fact, they should probably have some kind of like conference or like some kind of little judge get-together, judge conference thing where they have people come in and train them in how to catch cheaters. Oh, that's right. Less than 2 weeks ago, Alex Bertoncini was giving a presentation at a judge conference on how to catch cheaters. I am not kidding. That would have been a pretty funny joke, but you can't make this crap up. Well, I guess he would know since he constantly cheats at every level all the time. In fact, most of the times he was banned, he was caught cheating multiple times and on camera. Absolutely unbelievable. So he's a disgrace to the game. Everybody's heard his name. Everybody knows when you hear Alex, you're like, oh, you mean Bertoncini? Like, you don't even need to tell people his last name. They're like, oh, Alex from Magic. Yeah, him. Yeah. Is he banned again yet? I mean, I believe one of his bans was actually 18 months. Like, that's pretty serious, but they still let him come back. Oh, there is no amount of time that will make people like this reform. They don't. Cheaters do not get better. I'm sure people are citing, oh, but what about this person? They probably just got better at it. Or it was one little tiny opportunistic thing. They were ashamed of it. They admitted it right away. They took their 6-month ban, came back and never did it again. Like, that I get. Alex, as a person, is a terrible, shady, just thief. He just steals people's prize money, basically. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're stealing money from the other people there by cheating them out of it. He has no morals. He's just a disgusting human being, and he never should have been let back into the game, obviously. And if you're wondering why so many people know his name, it's because he's really bad at cheating. He constantly gets caught doing really obvious, blatant, basic stuff. So the fact that he keeps getting caught, don't think, oh, well, he's just him. He is who he is. Anybody who cheats that often and constantly will eventually get caught, and multiple times because he did. No, he's just that bad at it. Other people are like professional magician level, and now we're talking. Those people and the angle shooters and the rules lawyers and just, oh no, you said you moved to the next phase, all these little technicality things. I mean, that could be considered a strategy. It is a lack of skill thing, but just generally being a dick and playing outside the game is what I would call it. Just all this metagame angle shooting crap, that's how people constantly get to the top 16 at every single tournament. And people will take notice. I mean, way back in 2010, rumors were going around at some tournament from St. Louis that, oh, Alex cheated in round 3, and word gets around. So if you ask any longtime pro player that's been on the scene for a couple years, who are the shady players, they will give you a list. They are well known. Fabrizio is one of them. Alex is another. I could name more. And they're just known for nonstop, constantly making it at a basic level how they play the game. Shady, 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 and sometimes just outright cheating if they think their opponent won't catch them. Well, Alex was dumb enough to do it on camera. Multiple times. So the fact that people like this were allowed to play for years, I guess on and off between bans, it's disgraceful. I find it utterly disgusting. They need to clean this up. They need to change the mentality, the community, all this, because people should not be having little mental lists between friends and say, oh, well, who are the shady players? Who are the constant cheaters to watch out for? Every single one needs to be caught. Every single one needs to be banned for life. It's that simple. If you come in intentionally with a planned cheat, lifetime ban. And remember, there are people who accidentally appear to be cheating. They forget to de-sideboard and then lie about it. It was not intentional, and they just didn't want to accept the consequences, and they were in too deep, and it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. Like, I get it, it still should be a 6-month ban, but they treat everything equally. They're like, oh, intentional recurring cheaters that also have years' worth of bad reputations. And little 18-month slap on the wrist. And then they come back, the community, there's outrage, people are just flooding the Twitch chat with how much they hate him, and then he gets banned again because he got caught cheating again. I mean, what the hell did you think was going to happen? Now, Wizards looks bad, Pro Magic looks even worse. It was a mistake to let him back in, obviously, so thank God he's finally gone forever. I can't wait for him to announce that he's moving to Keyforge or something. Hopefully that community will hear him coming. Oh, and by the way, whoever still has live right now the change.org petition to remove Alex Bertoncini from the game forever, I guess you could take it down now. Congratulations. And Alex, I hope you never get employed anywhere. I hope you never play another game professionally. I hope everybody who Googles your name hears about you, which really wouldn't be that hard. There's about 1,000 sources with your name all over it. So great news, even though I'm still pissed off about the state of pro play, but one thing to look forward to, when they start moving into a lot of like tournaments and entire events being run on Arena as the platform instead of paper, all the angle shooting, judge rulings, rules lawyering, shuffle manipulation, failing to de-sideboard and then lying about it, everything. All of that goes out the window, which means it's going to be hilarious to see which so-called alleged pros keep winning and keep doing well, and which ones all of a sudden can't play worth beans. Oh, I wonder what happened. They can't top 16 anymore. Isn't that weird? I wonder what happened. Should be fun. I guess, honestly, that's what Wizards is planning to do about cheating, is move as much of the tournaments as they can to digital. So, whatever. Hopefully they get rid of paper completely at some point. Just for the competitive events, by the way, not in general. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.